Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Charlotte and we are going to be working on week 5 of the Margarete Miller planner. I am working in the 2021 planner, so I know that some of you are working along with me and some of you are in the 2022. I wish I was in the 2022, but I had this one, so this is the one. I'm a year behind, that's all. I mean, yeah, is anybody really even surprised at that? Probably not. So, I hope everyone is doing well and things are fine. I have had a couple questions about the video that I did where the end was completely cut off. I appreciate so many that were worried about me. What had happened? Because everything is totally fine, I just want to let you know. What had happened is my brother, my younger brother, there's 7 years between us. He had a birthday, and his birthday is the 22nd. Mine's the 26th of January. And he and his wife, my sister-in-law, went down to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico to celebrate his birthday. And lo and behold, you know what happened? The big C happened. I've heard that you're not supposed to say the word on YouTube because it messes up the algorithm. So, and I don't want any issues with YouTube. So I just, she had called me when I was making that video and was calling me from Mexico because they had to delay their stay because of quarantine. And so it shocked me, and I've been so worried that I couldn't think. I mean, I could have ended, if I went back and thought about it, I could have ended the video and everything would have been all right. But I had a heads up that she was in the process of calling me, and my head was just going. I couldn't, there was no thought at all. So that's what happened. So I want to thank everybody for thinking about me and worrying about me, and everything is fine. They are now home, so it's all good. It's just that wacky world that we're living in right now. You never know what's going to happen. So yeah, let's do our planner. So we need, and you can see my scrap basket's getting fuller and fuller. That's what, yeah, we need a snippet roll time. So I do have some really cute wooden spools. Do I know where I put them? No. So I've got to find those so that we can do a snippet roll, and I know the size to put on that roll. So that's what happens when I clean up. I clean up, and because I'm not an organized person, when I clean up, I put things where at the time they make sense to me, and then can I find them later? No, I don't know where listen, I have no clue. I laid in bed last night thinking, where'd I put them? Where could I have put them? I asked myself all the right questions and I got zero answers. So after this, I'm going on a hunt, and keep your fingers crossed that I can find them, because if I can't, we're going to have to go without them and then just pray that it will fit. But anyway, okay. Finally, we're getting there. We are getting there. So we need for this a business card, and I am going to use one of my own business cards. I mean, it just makes sense to me. We need a sticker, and I do have these stickers. We need a security envelope design. Now, I have no idea what that means, a security envelope design. I think what that means, and it's all up to interpretation, but the way that I interpret that is, you can see this is a security envelope. You can tell by the backing here. The design, I think, is just take a security envelope and do something with it. So we are going to collage, and we're going to use the Artie Mays what was the last one that William Morris collage papers, because I just finished I just finished that design team project, so I've got some of those papers sitting here. So we are going to use those. And then we need a text other than English or whatever your native language is. So I found this vintage piece of paper, and it's in French. And then we need a place, and I have this Tim Holtz vellum, and here's a place right here. As I'm looking at this, it's, I don't know, is this Chicago? I have no idea where this is, but we are going to use this. And then we need textured paper, blank or with something on it. And I thought about running something through the embossing folder, but I didn't. But I do have this paper here, and it's got great texture on it. And I think we will use the pearly, shiny side just because it's so pretty. So that is what we're going to do. Now, I know right off that I am going to get this out of the way. I am going to use this for my backdrop. I already know that. So I am going to cut this and get this down. I might as well use the whole thing. So we need a 5 1/4 by an 8 1/2 piece. So I'm going to cut that 5 1/4 by 8 1/2. We'll make sure it fits, and then we'll collage our envelope. So 5 1/4 by 8 1/2. Just do the 5 1/4. Do the 5 1/4 by 8 1/2, and hopefully we will be good. This will fit, and we shouldn't need the cutter again. So let's see, we can get this down. Yeah, I'm just gonna put that down like that, and then we'll start collaging. So I've got my book here. I've got my glue stick right here. I just ordered two more packs of Avery glue sticks. I really, really like this. I've used the Yoo-Hoo and I like that, but for some reason this is just I am finding the Avery for me is really sticky and works really, really well. It's soft, and that's the one thing. I wish it were a little bit harder because I'm hard on a glue stick, and I don't know, maybe I just push way too hard. Should be a little kinder to my glue stick, but I really like the Avery and how it holds. So we're going to get this on here. We are not going to be worried about, are we straight? Are we even? We're not worrying about that at all. So pretty. And I am actually doing this January 31st for tomorrow. So you're seeing it Tuesday, but I actually am working on it Monday. So it is the last day of January. I said something to my husband this morning about happy January 31st because it is both our birthday months, and he said, just think, we'll have another birthday in 11 months. So, if we were 20, we wouldn't care, but he's like, just think 11 more months. And we're going to have another birthday. And I said to him, just think, 10 more months, we'll be putting the Christmas tree up. Oh, my goodness, yeah, we just laughed. It's just, it's kind of like this running joke in this house about how fast time is going and how old we're getting. And it's just, you gotta laugh, guys, because, I want my birthdays. I don't want to not have a birthday because you know what that means. So, yeah, No, I don't know what to say. Okay, moving on. Let's get off that subject. Let's pull some papers and see what we're going to do. I pulled a few of my really favorites, but I've got some good scraps. So I know I am going to make a pocket out of this, and I'm going to let this show because it says security envelope, and I want you to know that I used a security envelope, and if I cover that up, you may not realize that I did. I did what I was told to do, and you may not realize it because it's covered up. So I am going to make a pocket out of this so we have some place to put our place. So that piece of vellum is going to go in this pocket. We're going to collage this, but we are leaving the back. So I am going to see if I can tear this. Let's see if this will work. Sometimes my tearing, I need to go to tearing school. And I'm going to leave that because I'm going to fold it to the other side because I have a little tear here, and I'm just going to go ahead. It's just easier, so that's what I'm going to do. It's just fold it over and not worry about it. So we're going to glue that down. And let's see what else is happening. So my brother and his wife are home. That is really all I care about. Her sister, who resides in San Diego, because my sister-in-law's parents live here. Actually, they live in the development right across the street from our development. So their second daughter, my sister-in-law's sister, and her husband are coming down here for a week of golf. And they're both just retired, and they live in San Diego, and they're coming down here. And so we're going to have dinner with them tomorrow, and it'll be really, really good to see them. So that's going to be fun. And then the following day, I think I'm going to take my mom to Home Goods, and I am going to, let me think what is going to be the best way. I love that color. I was thinking the other night about how my mother and I used to love to go to Home Goods, and there's things that you do with your family, and my mom is to the age now where she's like, doesn't really enjoy going those places because, to her, she says, well, I don't need anything. And, with her memory, she probably doesn't really even know what Home Goods is. And so I thought, for me, I want to take my mom, let's go to Home Goods and then go to lunch. So I am going to be doing that Wednesday. And I am looking forward to doing that, and I'm hoping it goes the way that I hope it goes. I hope she has a great time, and it's just one of those things where I can kind of console myself with, hey, we can still do these types of things and really enjoy them. So, yeah, that's kind of where I am right now. I don't want to destroy that piece, so let's, time just goes by so fast. And I saw the grandkids yesterday, and my 16-year-old granddaughter had her first date. Her first date, guys. on Friday. It was a double date, but it was her first date, and I'm kind of like, I asked all the questions. Did he, here in Arizona, he has a driver's license, and she just got her driver's license, but when you're that young, when you're 16, you can have one person in the car with you that is a young person, but you can't have more. And because there were 4 of them, they could not drive, which was a good thing. So they rode their bikes, and they went to, there is this really, really good Mexican restaurant that is not far at all. Queen Creek, where I live, has a Queen Creek wash that goes for miles, and it's just beautiful. It's all paved, and it goes just for miles and miles, and it's beautiful. It goes through the desert, and there's all sorts of plants and trees and things like that. So they were able to ride their bikes along the wash to get to this restaurant, and they ate outside, and I said, oh, you ate under the stars? And she says, well, actually, Grandma, it was cloudy. Just, okay. Okay. Well, you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I'm kind of like, well, the stars were still there, girl. You know, they were still there. They're still up there. So I laughed at that, and of course then I said, did he walk you to the door? Did he ride his, first I said, did he ride his bike to ride you home together, you know, so you didn't come home by yourself? Is that kind of scary to me? And she said yes, and I said, did he walk you up to the door? And she said yes, and I said, did he try to kiss you? And she said, Grandma, we hugged. We hugged. And I said, oh, I like that. So they hugged. So I'm like, okay. And then, of course, my son was sitting there, and my daughter-in-law was sitting there, and I said, I'm sorry. I said, I just can't help myself. You know, I've been there, so I know the questions to ask. I know, you know. And she's laughing, and she's kind of getting embarrassed, but she was all right. She was all right with it, and I said, I promise I won't do this every time I hear you have a date, you know, and her mom said, oh, please do, we will, and I said, okay, well, then maybe I will. You know, you kind of can tell where the line is and if you've crossed it or not. So that is cute, isn't it? I am so off topic and kind of that chatty Cathy today. And you know what? I like that. So let's do this beautiful iris. If you haven't checked Artie Mays on Etsy and the William Morris design collage papers, you just might want to hop over there and have a little bit of a look, because they're really, really pretty. So let's see, I am going to be taking the top of this off. I could take more off the bottom and keep that. Maybe I will. If I do that, I keep the whole iris. So let's do that. There's a little bit more work to this page this week, but that's okay. See what I mean about my cutting skills? Yeah, not so great. I do have a tear ruler, but I don't want the jaggedy edges. So I'm using this ruler. Okay. This is going to be good. I will cut this a little bit longer, and then we'll just fold it over, and that'll work. There was a page that I wanted to use and didn't, and that is this one. I just think this is so pretty. Beautiful backdrop for, if you don't keep your scraps, this is, you know, collage pages are a really, really good way to go if you don't like to keep your scraps, but you like the look of collage. So look at, that's going to work really well. So let's see. I think I can still use this side of the book for my glue. get this on and just fold it over just like that. We don't need it. We don't need this. And it makes that pocket, even though I won't be using it, a little bit stronger. Because once this is in my planner, it's probably not something I'm going to be using. I haven't written in it yet, and I thought I would, but I haven't. Okay, so now we want to turn this into a pocket. Don't really know why I'm having this issue. It is because my fold isn't right, but it isn't going to matter. So we're going to glue the sides up and then figure out where we're going to put this. So we've got that pocket, and I didn't even check to see if the vellum will fit in this pocket. I hope it will. If it doesn't, I will slide it in there. So what do we want to do with this? Where do we want to place it? And we have that, and I can see it takes up a lot of the page. So where are my other elements? Right here. So that's not going to fit. I can already see it might fit in there, but will it fit this way? And it does. So I think that's my place, and I'm going to, boy, I couldn't have used a bigger envelope, could I? And I really don't want to lose. I love the look of that. If I, let me see, do I want to cut this? Okay, let's do this. Fold this because this is getting sticky from the glue. So let's put this down at the top because I really would like to see this. It's pretty pretty. I do want to see this. I'll put this about, there is glue on it. Put it like this, being careful not to tear that because I like that. This is pretty thin paper. And let's see where we are here. It covers up a lot of it, but I think we're going to be okay. I could have cut this down. I wonder if I just want to cut this off. So that I have got this. And if I cut this off, will this fit? We will come over the edge, or we could cut it off and use it this way. I could do that. You know, I think I'm going to cut this, all of that, but I think I'm going to cut this because I really, really don't want to cover up all of that. And I'm going to eyeball this to cut it. And yes, that opened up the bottom. Let me make sure that this is where, Yeah, I think I'm going to go this way. And then we will just glue this. So I don't want to lose that French script. I just think it's so cool looking. And the truth of the matter is, what's the point? If I can't see it, if I cover up half of it, there's just no point. So we are going to do this, put this down like that. This can always come in this way because now I've cut too much off and I'm not going to cut the vellum. I mean, you always have options and you can still see that that's a security envelope. So before I do anything else with this, I'm with the page, I'm going to go ahead and put this down, and I think we might use the rest of that script. I'm not worried about this being a double pocket. I just need the one. So I think we're going to put this down like this. Yes, ma'am. And then we've got this cool script, and I think I might, I don't want to lose that. Put this like that. That's cool looking, so let's glue that. Just never really know where any of this is going to take you. And that is why I love this planner, and I love the Margarete Miller, all of the prompts, because it just takes you out of wherever you thought you might be. And let's see what this will look like. And I definitely will save this scrap. And if we put this there like that, and it doesn't have to go up and down. It can go, your words can go, they can be upside down. They can go to the off to the left or the right. But I like the idea of being able to see the Paris, and I'm going to bring it out over this the edge here like that. So I don't want it to look all lined up and be all perfect looking. So I've got my business card. Okay, my sticker. What am I going to do with my sticker? So I've used my text, I've used the place, I've used the textured paper in the envelope, and then I've got this sticker. And I think I'm just going to put this sticker. It's so cute. I pulled out two by mistake, so I think I'm going to use both. And I'm going to, this is never easy, getting this apart. Here we go, I think I got it. Yep. It'd be nice if they had like the perforated down the back. I think this would be really cute right here, and it also would help to secure the edge of that. That is cute. I really only need the one. I have a box of these, but unfortunately I put the box away thinking I had only pulled one out. And I don't know what I really want to do to the same. I could. And then I've got, will this fit in here? My business card. Okay, let's see. I glued it shut. I glued this little pocket shut. You would think this should go right there. Oh, that came up, so that might be a good thing. So yeah, this is my business card. And it does not want to go in there, even though, there we go. So I could leave it like that. And then we've got our place. Just like that. Let's see. I don't like that at all. I think this needs to go right in here. And I'm not going to repeat that. That to me, it just doesn't make any sense. But you know what? This just, we need something here. So let's see. I'm going to use a piece of this. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do that. I wanted to use a piece of this William Morris collage paper here, so that works. And then let me see if I have a little piece of this that I can use, maybe up in the corner. Oh, yeah. We're getting there. Yes. Right up here. Just like that. That's better. And just in case, I'm thinking, I know, Charlotte, get away from that. Let's see if we've got maybe a butterfly would be cute. Kind of bring the blue out. Kind of. Not him. Maybe this guy. That's pretty. I think we're going to do that. And then I think we're going to call this page done. We can just put our butterfly on with our glue stick. Look at that. Oh, another page looks so cute. You can't really, well, I guess you have to kind of look for the textured paper. It is there. And then if we place our place right in here, there's our page. All right, I am very happy with that. I hope that you enjoyed this process. And let me go ahead and put something in my bottle of wet glue, and then we will see what comes next, guys. So this was last week's, if you remember. So we've done this. We did the business card, the sticker, security envelope, text other than English, a place, and the bonus was a textured paper. So I got it all. And next week will be a list. Anything from a grocery store. Well, if you have a list, that could be from a grocery store. So that right there could be two things. Piece of washi tape. Yay, I've got so much washi tape. Architecture. Okay, that could be a building. We need a star. And your bonus would be something that came in the mail. All right. So if you're following along with me and you don't have this book, your prompt will be, once again, a list, anything from the grocery store, a piece of washi tape, architecture, a star, and your bonus would be something that came in the mail. So guys, thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed this. And I am going to be getting ready our strip for our snippet roll. And so I think what you're going to need for that, I'm going to use a pretty piece of fabric that's just going to be the backing. And I think I've got a piece off of that leftover quilt, so it should have batting and it should have a back to it already. And then we will just start putting bits of stuff on that hopefully will be fun. And keep your fingers crossed I can find my bag of spools and where in the heck I put those, because yeah, mind is drawing a blank. So take care everyone, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks again so much. Bye guys.